Hi there, this is Rich Grof from RG Performance Sales Coaching and Leadership Development. Today's video is about passion. Having the passion to win fuels action. So let's talk about how passion and action go together. What we want to know here is, what do we need to do to stir ourselves so we can get stuff done? If you've been in business for a while, you know that there's times where good intention seems to get in the way of all of our action. We want to get stuff done. We want to turn around and get to that next level. We know what to do in that moment. And when it comes to getting it done, for whatever reason, something else pops up or we get distracted. Sometimes implementing what we want to do in our action plan or in our business plans can be difficult. So how do you get to the place where you can have single focus and get everything done? The key is you got to have fuel to get the work done. If you have a burning passion and you're driven to get something done, you will notice that nothing can stop you from going forward. If your fuel or your passion is not strong enough, what happens is even the mundane can get us to the place where we're distracted. Now think about this, be honest. Last 12 months, have you ever been distracted? If so, how much? Write it down, tell on yourself a little bit, and write down when you get distracted. Do you always get distracted in a certain way? Are you getting distracted by family matters that are really important or not so important? Are you getting distracted by finances? You can spend so much time worrying about finances that you never make any money. Not a good thing. Are you getting distracted by sunny days in the summer? Or maybe a little bit of holiday time in the winter? Are you getting distracted by having fun instead of being productive? Are you getting busy work confused with productivity? All those questions can lead you to a great idea as to whether you're getting distracted or not. We can be so distracted, and I call them allowable distractions, because we spend time finding ways to keep ourselves busy. If you've ever turned around and opened up your computer in the morning and then got on email and found out by the time that you went through all your email and all the rest of the things that were there that it's already 10 o'clock, you spent 2 hours on email for no apparent reason, can't figure out where you spent all the time, that's what I'm talking about, distractions. And most of those distractions do not make us money. So how do we get to the place where we're focused and going forward and our passion is actually fueling us to win? Simple. You got to decide what it is you really want, and you got to get to the place where it's so valuable for you to have it that there's not a single thing that can stop you from getting there. You have to stir your passion. You got to think about it from the perspective of, I can't live without it, or I have to have it so bad that it's something I think about all the time. You got to shift it from a feel good to a must have, and that's exactly what we need to do. Years ago, I was involved in sailing, and what they encouraged us to do was to stir our passion. They said, if you want something, go ahead and start living it out. Because from fantasy to dream is one step, and dream to reality is another, or a goal, if you will. So if you're in a fantasy, it's like, wow, I'd like to have that brand new car. It's $80,000, a lot of money, but I'd like to have a brand new car. And if you can say to yourself, yeah, I'd like to have it, that's just a fantasy, because you're not really ready to commit to it, and you're surely not going to turn around and put it on your goals. And if you do turn around and write it down, but you're not really serious about it at the heart level, it is not going to happen. So you have to be something that's stirred so much that you can turn around and get yourself moving. So fantasy is one thing. If you take and put it down on a piece of paper and say, well, I'd like to have a car, it's still a fantasy. How do you get it from fantasy to goal? Pretty simple, actually. You start living it out. You turn around, you go to the local car dealer where that car is, and you say, can I take a test drive? I'd like to take and sit in the seats. I'd like to know what it's like to experience sitting inside and how quiet it is, how comfortable it is. I'd like to turn around and find out what it feels like to actually hold the steering wheel, operate the controls, talk with the Bluetooth. I want to know what it feels like at every sensory level that I can experience it. I want to know how the seats wrap around my back. I want to experience the feel of the leather as I touch it with my hand. I want to feel the convenience as I put my coffee cup where it needs to be in the console. I want to hear the music from the radio and the stereo that are going to be there as I'm listening to audios and cassettes. And, audios and CDs. You have to experience all the sensory input that you possibly can to get your unconscious mind to buy in to this idea of owning this. Now you may say to yourself, well, I'm never going to own it. I don't have the money, I don't have this, I don't have that. And that is normal. If you get some internal resistance because this is way outside of the normal price range of cars that you buy, absolutely normal. You're going to get some internal resistance, but the more you actually live it out, the more you experience it, the more you desire it, the more likely you're going to turn around and start buying into the idea and finding ways to make yourself change your behaviors in such a way to get it what it is you're looking for. Once you've got that burning passion starting to build, you can now turn around and start setting some dates and some actual functional things that you can do in a sense of a goal that'll actually get you to where you're going. See, without passion, nothing happens. Nothing happens in life unless there's passion. We will follow an individual that's passionate about something, even if we don't understand exactly what they're passionate about. But by mere fact that they're super excited about what they're doing, we're going to listen to them a little bit because passion catches our interest. Passion attracts success. Passion gets people going, not sure what they're up to, but I want to watch this guy because they're kind of doing something different. And so your passion will build your business. It will build it in sales, and it'll turn around and excite people. Now, I'm not talking about just being happy and really excited, and yes, you still have to have abilities, you still have to have skills, and you have to have all of that. But there's two different types of people that can come sit at your table if you're ever going to turn around and buy some different products or services from someone. One that comes in and kind of goes, well, I really would like to do this, and technically they know everything they're supposed to, but they talk in a monotone voice, they don't have any expression on their face, and they're really not coming to the table. And then there's the guy that's got some enthusiasm. Yeah, this is what you need to do. That's how you're supposed to do it. And you can tell he knows what they're doing or she knows what they're doing, and they're excited about telling you about it because it's in the realm of something they're really passionate about. Now, somebody who comes to you with a lot of enthusiasm and they're mocking it all up, you're going to see through that. And so we got to know that you got to feel it at a heart level. So right now there's something that you want out of life. If you're focusing in on stuff that, I just don't want to go bankrupt. I just don't want to lose any more money. I just don't want to, have another problem with all my employees. If you're thinking of those kinds of scenarios, I got to tell you that whatever you focus in on will happen. I mean, you are either going to create a scenario that's negative or it's going to tear down your business or whatever. So right now, where's your focus? Are you focusing in on something that can get you going, that something is going to give you a little bit of juice, something that's worth chasing, something that's really exciting? You have to have something that's going to turn around and get yourself focused in on something. If you're in financial difficulty, focusing in on your financial difficulty will not get you anywhere except more financial difficulty. If you focus in on paying down the debt and actually getting to the place where you can actually breathe and get that all off your shoulders and feeling excited about that, I guarantee you that's exactly where you're going to go. You're going to go, woohoo! I'm going ahead, I'm moving ahead, I'm getting, things are moving faster and I'm almost out of debt and I'm just about in the right place. And you got to turn around and give yourself something to get pumped up about, something you can do a high five for and say, woohoo, I did it this year. And even if it's hard, even if it takes everything out of you, even if it's like the 26-mile marathon run for you in business, whatever that is, it's still worth doing as long as there's passion involved. Because there's something about chasing after a dream that just brings life to every single one of us. So here's the thing, my challenge for you this year. In the next 12 months, you're going to live them out anyway. Lord willing, you'll be able to live the whole 12 months and enjoy them. Here's the thing, though. What are you going to live for in the sense of passion? Are you going to be passionate about just showing up every day, or are you going to be passionate about playing full out? What can people look forward to looking for in you that you're going to bring to the table? The people that are around you, are they going to notice that you're making a difference to the environment? Are they, in the office environment, are they going to notice that you're the person that's actually moving forward, that's going over obstacles, that's just unstoppable? You got to make a decision today about where your passion is. What will stir you to no unbelievable cause that you can move forward? Sometimes we don't have goals that are our goals are so small that they don't even inspire us. I've done a number of seminars where I've done some different types of things, where I've showed people what they're internally programmed for, and it's a series of events that we actually do in a coaching situation, in a group setting. And I'll have people write down what they would like to shoot for this year. And if you're thinking about it, you can do that right now. And you might say to yourself, well, I did this much last year in volume, I'd like to do a little bit more this year. And I got to tell you, if you say it in that kind of tone, I'd just like to do a little bit more this year, you got to know that that's not passion at all showing up. You are not excited about it. You are not happy about it. It's not even getting you to the place where you can put in a little extra effort. So you want to keep bumping up the number until you can barely breathe. Really. If you have to go up 50%, and you're going to go, okay, yeah, that would be scary. It'd be awesome. But there's going to become a point where you're going to go, woohoo, yeah, that'd be great if I could get it. You got to know that that's where life begins for you. And it's better to shoot for something that size than to turn around and set your goal for a marginal increase or decrease or just hold in your own, because that does not motivate. That will not inspire you. That will not make it any easier for you to get up in the morning. And I can guarantee you're probably not even going to get that little marginal increase, because it's just not going to get you going. So you're going to repeat what you did last year or a little bit less. So here's the thing. Get something that's worth chasing. Make sure that it's worth something that you can say, wow, a year from now, wow, I'm excited that I did that. That's what passion will do for you. And then you got to live it out. Turn around and go and sit in the car, or you got to experience what it would feel like, and you want to alert every single one of your natural senses so that you can feel what the success will feel like in the moment. And sooner or later, that whole visionary process of actually knowing what your dream and your focus is all about, your passion will actually draw the two of those two very, very close together until they overlap and you achieve your success. Passion's the key. You got to have fire, and you got to have fuel for the fire before you even start. So this is what passion is. It's fuel for your fire in your business. Make sure you make it count, get passionate about something, and go for it. See you then.